The Bull Terrier is a hereditary English aristocrat. His threatening appearance is only a mask, under which his sociable character is hidden. The dog was bred by crossing a bulldog with a terrier. It is currently one of the most popular breeds in the UK and is considered an excellent guard dog. They are even-tempered, well-disciplined dogs that are particularly good with people and are ideal family companions. The history of Bull Terriers goes back to the Middle Ages and the merciless fights of animals with each other. The thirst for easy money united the poor and members of the nobility. Bets on the winner reached dizzying heights. This cruel entertainment gained particular popularity in England, where until the 19th century it was considered a national sport. The popularity of violent entertainment grew every year. Even the most seedy English village could boast of the presence of a fighting pit, in which the blood of more than one animal was shed every day. The most furious, fast and strong dogs were released into the arena, otherwise the show would not be spectacular and bright. Thus, the ancestors of American bulldogs, who were famous for their courage and strength atypical for dogs, were frequent guests of fights. In 1835, a law was passed in England that prohibited the opening of fighting pits and the exploitation of animals in such a cruel manner. Then the organizers of such fights were forced to change their strategy. It was no longer possible to see baiting of large animals like bulls. Their fights were held only between dogs, which became much easier to hide from representatives of the law. There has been a renewed wave of interest among breeders in compact animals. Due to their slowness, the bulldogs could not provide spectators with a spectacular fight, and the organizers of the entertainment program did not want to lose money. At that time, work began on breeding a new breed that would retain the same ferocity, but slightly decreased in size, becoming more resourceful and agile. To do this, enthusiastic breeders crossed a terrier with an Old English bulldog. The first was valued for vigilance and dexterity, while the second was valued for endurance, perseverance, and strength. As a result of selection, a new breed appeared, the Bull and Terrier, which was ideal for participating in underground battles. These dogs were called gladiators for their willingness to fight to the bitter end for the approval of their owner. The fame of the creator of the first Bull Terriers belongs to James Hinks, an English breeder who, in 1850, began working on improving the breed. The man planned to improve the appearance of the Bull and Terriers, making them more sophisticated. In 1862, at a dog show in Birmingham, Hinks presented the result of his fruitful selection, which had an aristocratic appearance, but retained the fighting qualities of its unprepossessing ancestors. James's entrepreneurial spirit gave him the idea that the public's interest in bloody dogfights is not eternal, and, therefore, aesthetic fighting breeds are doomed to extinction. Only their noble exterior gave them a ghostly hope for further existence. Hinks, in the company of other breeders, decided to continue breeding dogs. This time, Bull and Terriers were crossed with several breeds at once: white Old English Terrier, Bulldog, Greyhound, Dalmatian and even Scottish Collie. And so an elegant and dynamic snow-white dog appeared, which still had the strong physique of its ancestors, but had more refined features. To avoid confusion with the stocky Bull and Terriers, James Hinks gave the new breed a different name: Bull Terrier. These animals immediately earned the love of many English dog breeders. Since then, it has been considered fashionable to keep these dogs of aristocrats, who were famous for their developed intelligence and phenomenal endurance. It is worth noting that Bull and Terrier breeders treated James's dogs with a grain of salt. In their opinion, the attractive appearance of animals could not provide excellent fighting qualities. Hinks proposed a bet and pitted one of his Bull Terriers against a Bull and Terrier. Thanks to his agility and resourcefulness, the Bull Terrier showed himself well and won, but the Bull and Terrier suffered a crushing defeat. Hinks received a box of champagne and a good monetary reward. In 1864, two Bull Terriers, James's beloved pets, made a splash at the next dog show. This played an important role in the further spread of the breed around the world. In 1885, the Bull Terrier was recognized by the American Canine Organization, and 13 years later the first club of fans of this extravagant breed appeared in the United States. During its history, the breed was on the verge of extinction several times, and one of the reasons was the refusal to recognize colored dogs, the result of crossing Bull Terriers and Amstaffs. According to breeders, such breeding of Bull Terriers will negatively affect the line of white animals. However, it was this unspoken protest that almost destroyed the breed. Since only individuals who did not have colored dogs in their family were allowed to breed, the gene pool of Bull Terriers became impoverished over time. In addition, many animals began to display genetic defects of the distant ancestors of the Old English White Terrier's deafness and the inability to give birth. By 1950, the number of sick dogs had reached a critical level, which became the impetus for the recognition of colored representatives of the breed. The Bull Terrier is a medium-sized dog breed with a muscular and strong build. Representatives of the breed are distinguished by a very good-natured disposition. However, in conditions of illiterate socialization and every encouragement of aggression, the Bull Terrier will definitely show its instincts. In this case, you will become the owner of a cold weapon, an incredibly smart and resilient dog with a strong grip and strong muscles. Unfortunately, due to the guilt of inexperienced breeders, these dogs increasingly became a time bomb, ready at any moment to bare their fangs and cling to the offender, so the reputation of this breed is not the best, but this is not the fault of the dog, but of people, and this applies to any breed. Simply negligence in relation to a Bull Terrier can cause much more serious consequences than to any other breed. Do not forget about the fighting past of the ancestors, whose blood flows in the veins of this dog. Properly raised Bull Terriers are the embodiment of friendliness and indomitable cheerfulness. The English Bull Terrier is one of the most recognizable, memorable, and unfairly maligned breeds on the planet. From fighting dogs, they have long migrated to the status of a companion, wayward, overly active, but infinitely devoted to their beloved owner. Despite their intimidating appearance, Bull Terriers are very friendly and loyal if raised correctly. These dogs are overly active and therefore need regular physical activity where they can burn off their energy. The Bull Terrier is a breed that can be described in 2 words: explosive mixture. If brought up incorrectly, the animal's good-natured disposition will give way to ancient fighting instincts, which, along with developed intelligence, will cause many troubles. When choosing a Bull Terrier, you should soberly assess your strength and strength of character. These are necessary conditions for the competent socialization of the dog. These dogs want to play and frolic all day long. When taking a fidget into your home, get ready for regular and long walks. Otherwise, the pet will feel unhappy and will independently find a way to have fun. If you don't want to sacrifice slippers or sofa upholstery, take your Bull Terrier to the nearest park. Living a Bull Terrier in an apartment is only permissible if you can provide your pet with a variety of physical exercises. Bull Terriers do not tolerate loneliness well. If you decide to leave your pet behind a locked door, be prepared to return home to find it completely chewed up. In addition, the neighbors clearly will not be happy with the nervous howl that will not stop for several hours. Despite the stereotypes, these dogs do not have innate aggression towards humans. The animals are very friendly even to strangers. However, if things take an unexpected and dangerous turn, the snow-white aristocrat will instantly forget about his manners and rush to protect the owner from the offender. Representatives of this breed are distinguished by a developed instinct of pursuit, so they can chase a dog or cat that comes into view. For the same reason, Bull Terriers do not always get along with other animals. Some dogs are tolerant of their 4-legged counterparts, but you shouldn't tempt fate. It is better to avoid keeping ornamental birds and rodents altogether. Friends, thank you for watching to the end. Write your comments, what you think about this breed. Also write what breed you have and what breeds you want to see new releases about. Well, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. If it was interesting, support the video with likes. Thank you for subscribing, and take a look at what else we have prepared for you.